The quarantine hotel. So during lockdown, a friend and I were sent to a remote hotel for 2 weeks of quarantine. We were both working in a high-risk environment and had been exposed to someone with COVID. They didn't want us going home and infecting our families, so off we went to the hotel. At first it was like any other hotel. The staff wore masks and took our temperature. They delivered us meals on a silver platter. And after a day of being cooped up in our rooms, we were allowed out on the balcony to get some fresh air. But that's when things started to get weird. Every night we'd hear chains dragging metal motels down the empty hallway. Sometimes we'd hear doors opening and closing on their own. And once we even saw a shadow standing at the foot of our bed. It was a big dark shape like a person, but it wasn't the staff. You see, the staff would never enter our room unless we called them and asked them to come in. But sometimes when we looked under the door, we could see that it had been slightly ajar. One time we even saw a pair of eyes peering in from under the door. And then one night I woke up to use the bathroom. And when I turned on the light, I saw this. Someone had written on the mirror with lipstick, "Don't open the door after midnight. It's not the staff." Then I heard a knock, just one knock. And when I went to the door, there was no one there. The next morning, after of course, not sleeping at all, I got up and went to use the bathroom again. And when I turned around, his lipstick was gone. I told my friend about it, but he just laughed and said that I was making it up. That's when I noticed something. His suitcase was still in the room, but his phone was gone. When I picked up the suitcase, it was very heavy. And when I opened it, I realized why. It was full of sand. Then we heard a knock, just one knock. And when we opened the door, there was no one there. The only sound we could hear was the wind. It turns out that the hotel had been evacuated due to COVID. All the staff had been sent home. We were the only guests left. And that's when things really started to get creepy. One morning we woke up and found this. A note saying, "Checkout is on the 14th floor." But we were on the 8th floor. And when we went to the 14th floor, we found another note. It said, "Checkout is in room 1408. So we went to room 1408, but it was empty. There was no one there. There was just a suitcase in the corner of the room. And when we opened it, it was full of sand. If this story scared you, hit subscribe for more.